What's up, fight fans? Welcome to my channel. This is Johnny, and in today's video we're going to be going over the statistics that nobody talks about when mentioning this weekend's fight in Glasgow, Scotland between Nathaniel Collins and Lee McGregor.
He's sharp, he's solid, and he will...
Guys, before I continue, I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to everybody who's been with me since day one. If you haven't already, could you please remember to hit subscribe? Also, like this video and go down to the bottom of your screen right now. Hit the bell notification button so you can be notified every time I put something out that's new. Thank you. All right, guys, our trip around the world covering boxing this week has taken us to Scotland. Over this past week, we've covered the fights in Doncaster, England. We've covered the fights going down in Japan. And today we're featuring the co-main event on the Josh Taylor Esmond card, an all-Scotland affair. Very exciting matchup at 126 pounds between the undefeated Nathaniel Collins and the one-loss Lee McGregor. When I announced this fight on our channel, a lot of people were excited. A lot of people are torn where they're putting their money. So in this video, we're going to break down both fighters' careers. We're going to talk a little bit about how they go about their business. And stay tuned to the end of the video. I'll be going over the Las Vegas odds as well as giving you my prediction. Guys, this is one of those fights where true boxing fans will be tuning in. It could easily be the main event on any card. An all-Scottish affair. It's in Glasgow, and the energy in the hydro is going to be electric. These two guys, Collins and McGregor, they know each other. They're both from the same country. They fought before in the amateurs, which seems like a lifetime ago. Now they're both two professionals vying to become a world champion in a very stacked 126-pound division. This definitely is a fight that will propel the winner to massive fights and potentially world title opportunities. When you think about Lee McGregor, this is a guy who's fought up in weight classes before. He's fought down before. This fight is at 126 pounds. He's recently taken fights at 135 pounds. Physically, he's going to be the naturally bigger guy. He has one loss. That came to a tough Eric Robles Ayala. He lost a decision in that fight. He feels that blemish is way past him. He's been on a winning streak since. The Orthodox fighter is a fun guy to watch. He's tough as nails. He's going to be in your face the entire time. And this is what makes this matchup so intriguing. With Nathaniel Collins, he's undefeated. He's a southpaw. Everything that McGregor does, Collins claims that he does a little bit better. He's never been defeated before. I should also mention, though, he has overcome life-threatening surgery in the past to his bowel. He's recovered since then. He's fought since then. It's always something to think about whenever you have a fighter who's had such invasive surgeries, especially to an area in boxing where it can be a target for an opponent. When you see the weigh-ins, when you see him with his shirt off, you can see the scar. Both guys are going to be tough as nails. They're going to be feeding off the energy of the crowd, and it's that traditional Orthodox versus Southpaw matchup. They're both going to be trying to vie for that lead foot position and set up their backhands. The fight's going to be taking place in a phone booth. There's going to be a lot of rounds that are going to be really tough to score, so don't blink on this one. Right now, I want to remind everybody what's at stake in Glasgow, Scotland this weekend. As Josh Taylor has been flying the flag of Scottish boxing for a long time, but with the Tartan Tornado now in the twilight of his career, Lee McGregor and Nathaniel Collins are vying to pick up the baton. The pair meet in a highly anticipated all-Scottish featherweight contest on the undercard of Taylor's fight against England's Iko Esmond in Glasgow's Hydro on May 24th. Both fighters are talented, hungry, and have had to overcome significant challenges to get to this stage. Now it is fork in the road time for both men. For the winner, the road opens up to kick on for the next level and challenges for world title honors, world title eliminator fights, and for the loser, that opportunity may never come around again. McGregor told BBC Scotland, "Myself and Nathaniel's name were always getting mentioned to be the next one coming through after Josh decides to call it a day." And I quote, "We're the next in line to keep flying the flag for Scotland, and we're now fighting each other. The winner of this fight will sort of be leading the pack of Scottish boxing once Josh decides enough is enough for him. It's a massive fight. It's been brewing for a few years. When you get opportunities like this, you can't turn them down," end quote. McGregor is coming off the highest profile win of his career, a points victory over Isaac Lowe in Riyadh in December on the undercard of the Tyson Fury vs. Usyk rematch. That win breathed new life into a career that had stalled after a promising start, and for reasons beyond anything that has happened in the ring, Collins has also found himself having to rebuild. McGregor's fellow 28-year-old explained, and I quote, "I won the British title, signed with Queensberry, and I was on a great run, beating all domestic opponents. My last fight, I won the European silver title, which had me mandatory for the European. I ended up having a twisted bowel, which just kind of came out of nowhere a week after I fought, so that put my career on pause for about 10 to 11 months. It's been a bit of a wild ride the last year or so because I recovered from the surgery. I got surgery on my nose. I just seem to have been through a bit through the wars I've had, but I think that's made me more resilient. Coming into this big 50-50 fight, I look across the ring at Lee McGregor and I think, you can't do anything to me. I've already been through myself. He and McGregor are almost mirror images in situations Collins suggested. Lee's got a little girl, his family to provide for. I got a little girl, my family to provide for, he added. Both had big setbacks. We've both come through the other end of it. We've shared countless trips and rooms with Team Scotland. We've sparred hundreds of rounds in the gym. We're both at the same stage in the career where this fight can propel one another to the next level. The mutual respect and friendship between the fighters is clear, but the rivalry between Edinburgh fighter and McGregor and Glasgow's Collins and what's at stake for both men make this one of the most intriguing domestic fights in years for Scottish boxing fans. And guys, not just for Scottish boxing fans, I announced this fight on the channel a couple days ago, and from all the comments, a lot of people have their eyes on this fight. True boxing fans knows what's at stake. They know what a victory at 126 pounds means to both guys. It puts them in line for guys like Nick Ball. You got other champions. You got big high-profile fights. Shushu Carrington's there, and anything is possible in this division. And coming out with the victor, each guy is going to propel themselves to huge opportunities. Right now, I want to take a closer look at the career of Lee McGregor and see what he's been up to. Guys, McGregor's 15-1-1 with 11 knockouts. Out of 1,814 featherweights in the world, he's ranked 42. He's fought a career 102 pro rounds and carries into the ring a 73% career knockout to win ratio. His adoring fans call him Lightning, and the 28-year-old is an orthodox fighter standing at 5'7". He resides from Edinburgh, Scotland, United Kingdom. We last saw him fight Isaac Lowe, 25-2, UD in the 10th. Polo, 6-3, stopped him in the 3rd. Moya, 15-5, stopped him in the 2nd. Ayala, 13-1, he lost the decision in the 12th. Kabor, 29-7, won a points decision in the 8th. So over his last 5 fights, he's won a few. He had a draw. He lost that fight against Robles. He's fought in multiple divisions. He feels coming back down to 126. We're going to see the best version of Lee McGregor. A lot of people are high on McGregor. I think going into this fight, he's going to be the thicker guy and he's going to have the power advantage. It's going to come down to, will he be able to set Collins up and catch him with his backhand? Will he be able to avoid the volume of Collins and do what he wants to do and execute his game plan? Only time will tell. Right now, let's take a closer look at his opponent, Nathaniel Collins. Guys, Collins is 16-0 with 7 knockouts. Out of 1,814 featherweights in the world, he's ranked number 30. He's fought a total of 101 pro rounds and carries into the ring a 44% career knockout to win ratio. His adoring fans know him as the Nightmare. The 28-year-old is a southpaw standing at 5'6", and he resides at Bearsden, Scotland, United Kingdom. We last saw him fight Martinez 8-26, points decision in the 8th. Grandelli 18-2, won a UD in the 12th. Zach Miller 13-0, won a majority decision in the 12th. Raza Hamza 17-1, stopped him in the 1st. Beach Jr. 15-3, stopped him in the 7th. When you're watching film study on Nathaniel Collins, you're going to see a very slick southpaw. You're going to see a very fast southpaw. He's going to want to get inside the pocket. He's going to want to volume you. He's going to want to pressure you. He's going to want to bully you, and he's going to take control of the fight with his tempo. The reason why this fight is so intriguing because they're both from Scotland. Everything that's on the line with these guys, I already talked about. You can't say it enough how much and what each one is fighting for. They're not only fighting for their records, their careers, their families, they're fighting for Scotland. And that hydroelectricity, especially on the undercard of a Josh Taylor fight, if you know anything about him and what he means to Scottish boxing, it's going to be wild in there. This is going to be a fight you're not going to want to miss. When I look at these guys side by side, Lee McGregor is going to be the bigger guy. He's going to have more power. He's had more pro rounds just by a little bit. When you think about the other things that aren't listed that I got to side with Nathaniel Collins, I think he's going to have the speed advantage. I think he has better reflexes. I think he has the better feet. So it's really going to come down to who's going to be able to set their strengths up versus their opponent. Now, before I give you my prediction, I want to take a little bit of look at those Las Vegas odds. Also, guys, I'm going to give you my money line prediction. Stay tuned to the channel at the end of the week. I'm going to be giving you my method of victory bets, not only on this fight, but all the fights I've covered on the channel throughout the week. All right, guys, as we pull out our betting apps currently down here in Australia, the app I use is called Sportsbet. The money line currently has Nathaniel Collins as a slight favorite. He's $1.51, meaning you put 100 on Collins, you get 51 back. The draw is 16-1. Lee McGregor is at 280, meaning you put 100 on him, you get your money back, plus 180. Now, a lot of people are kind of shocked at those odds. I think this is a 50-50 fight. I know a lot of people on the channel, the people I've been watching on YouTube, are picking Lee McGregor to win based on his size and his power. When I'm thinking about where I'm going to with my money, I am going to side with the odds. I like Nathaniel Collins in this fight. I think everything what is presented with the problem he's going to have to solve with McGregor, I think he's going to be able to figure that out quickly. I think his speed is going to be too much. I think his pace is going to be too much, and his output is going to be too much. He knows how to win rounds, but he's also going to be there for a dog fight. Like I said earlier, a lot of these rounds are going to be hard to score, and it's going to be a fun and exciting fight. You don't have to agree with me. At the end of the day, are we going to see Nathaniel Collins with his hand raised or Lee McGregor? Let me know in the comments section below. Also, if you haven't seen my breakdown and analysis of a world title fight happening in Japan this weekend as well between the titleist Angela Leo and the challenger Kameda, stay tuned to the channel because that's coming up right now.